You! Don't go anywhere!
What the hell?
What? You haven't seen a limbless guy before?
Well, I'm looking at a dickless one right now.
Oh, yeah, great, that's great. Yeah, you're a fucking joker. Look, alright, let's cut to the chase, alright? You carry me, and I will carry you.
Literally, you? I really wonder how feasible that be.
Okay, enough with this shit. Okay, here's the deal. Due to my condition, I've had a special exosuit made for me. The suit's in the adjacent room. The code's 3384. You put me in that suit, and we'll make progress.
How utterly convenient.
You drop me and I'll eat one of your ankles. No joke. Now this is more like it. Most appreciated.
Now, about that carrying me part, I assume you know where the Cutter estate is? I need to establish access there.
Oh, what, they didn't let you in with a face like that? You look kind of familiar, though. Tell you what, let's make a deal. For 1,500 credits, I'll give you a key to the back entrance of the bar that leads to the gang territory. For 5,000 credits, I'll make an entrance for you as soon as you disable the 4 police bots. Here's the key. Keep a stiff upper lip.
Hey, who there? Show yourself, fool!
Hacked into the police databases and found out the important stuff. The local Zyme gang took over the estate a few months ago, so it's one of their key bases. They started tearing down the building floor by floor, but once they found hidden goods stashed inside a wall. Dr. Nadel, however, is held captive by them, so you gotta figure out where they're hiding him to find out what you need to know.
Show yourself, fool! on now. You want a piece of me? Now. You want a piece of me?
I surrender. I got a message that you mowed down most of our guys out there, so I don't want any more trouble.
Wise choice. That's the cell where you're holding Dr. Nadel?
Yeah, man. Sure, I'll give the key to you.
I've grown tired of your shit. Get the fuck out.
Okay. I hope I never catch you later.
Is that... Are you... My goodness. Is it really you?
Elias Nadel, I presume.
In the flesh. Welcome back, Cotter. I'm afraid your house is not what it used to be like.
I'm not here to revisit my ostensible childhood home, or watch any slides full of apparent memories.
I see. So, you've come here to find out the truth. The truth about yourself.
I didn't have a choice. I came here from Germany, and instead of going to Liberty Island, I was goaded into coming here, and I hope it's gonna pay off.
It will. Here, take this nano key. It opens the black hatch in the latest vest room, which in turn has the key to a room which contains everything you'll need to know.
Wait, where did you keep that nano key while you were captured? Actually, never mind that.
In my pockets, of course.
I guess that works out too. I've just been to my old room, or that is, Officer Cutter's old room.
I'm sorry you had to find out the truth this way.
Turns out I was never the real Wesley Cutter to begin with. It's weird, though many of the things start to make sense now. How I got all those years messed up, all this time. I had never actually put much thought into thinking about my past. Quite a feat for MJ-12.
I was recruited by MJ-12 into one of the various nano-augmentation projects over 10 years ago. It was a really shitty business. My supervisor didn't even bother telling me his name.
Number one?
Wow, uncanny, yeah. That's what we had to call him. He was the one who gave me the task of finding a suitable test body for his nano-augmentation experiment. He gave me a checklist of the qualities he wanted. Through my sources, I discovered the recently deceased NYPD officer Wesley Cutter. The experiment was called Project Max Ingram.
Referring to everyone's expectations about the project itself?
Quite possibly. They had other projects going on at the same time, some even dating back to the 2020s. They've probably been terminated by now.
And all the requirements were there in one nifty package?
Officer Cutter was certainly a remarkable person, as far as the personality and physical health were concerned. I really came to admire his qualities. We couldn't use his body though, so we had to grow a new one. You. From scratch. You know, test tube, insemination, womb with a view, things like that. And just getting to the first step took nearly a decade of research. About a year and a half ago, I had a conversation with number one. Didn't expect anything overtly special, but at the end, he started talking about retirement benefits, and, well, I assumed they were just going to put a bullet in my head. Instead, they gave me this estate. Your gestation process finished at one of MJ-12's top secret labs, where I was never granted clearance. Judging from what I'd read about your career, you're probably only 6 months old.
Really? So all this time I haven't even been a real adult human being? The bouncers at Farishi might have been interested in that.
Well, technically you are one of those things. We wouldn't be having this conversation if you weren't real. Your growth into adulthood was accelerated, but all things considered, it seems to have worked out just as planned. And for that matter, I don't think you look like a greaser, Kakian.
Sounds like a case of semantics to me. So, MJ12 created me and kicked you out before you could see the end of the project.
More or less. It felt like a very sweet deal. Now, when the gang members came in about half a year ago and locked me up in the cell, well, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think there had to be MJ12 involvement in there somewhere.
It's interesting how perfectly ordinary run-of-the-mill events suddenly have to have a near-mythical conspiracy club's hand hovering above them. Maybe MJ12 is solely at fault when you consider how all the cops are corrupt and allied with the gangbangers. Or maybe it was a shady group of bankers that came before them. They took all the effort in the world to create the circumstances for what? Creating illusions after another for a 6-month-old cracked secret spy agent?
Ingram.
So there you were at the NYPD morgue, picking out bodies for your human guinea pig projects. In the following 10 years, you must have had little meetings from time to time, wondering if he came to UNATCO from the CIA or the FBI, or outer space? You put in all of those details, but when someone actually asked him a simple question like how old he was, he couldn't even give a proper answer? And you sent that guy to Hong Kong of all places?
Well, I guess it's rather unlikely, but
I've heard quite a lot of doublespeak in my rather short life. Yet it would still remain correct if I had been Wesley Cutter for 36 years now. I think it's amazing how both Exva and MJ12 have put up such magnificent ruses on me. Illusions of free choice and agency in walled cities. Doors that can be picked are blown up next to doors that will stand anything. The foundation of my existence is based on opportunism and pretentious old men playing at running the world. Billions of dollars have been used to create a guy who can flip a light switch with his head, but who still at times somehow manages to momentarily see what's behind solid walls due to glitches in whatever neurological vision construct you came up within. What? A steel bunker hidden under a desert?
a cinder block under Liberty Island, actually.
Nifty.
Agent Ingram, I understand the dilemma you've been forced to face all of a sudden, but keep in mind that none of us can affect the conditions of our existence. You might not have an age advantage, but I can hear that your mind meld is working far beyond their expectations. And there are other advantages. Both MJ12 and Exva are afraid of what you can do against them. Did you know that MJ12 possesses the means to terminate your life at will? At the push of a button, they can kill you in 24 hours. You would be showing severe symptoms right now if that were the case.
What? Are you saying that for some logic-defying reason, they haven't bothered using it yet? Perhaps they lost the remote control?
It was created as a safety mechanism. For them, of course. But who knows what the exact circumstances are? Whenever there's turmoil within MJ12's inner circle, the consequences are detrimental to everyone else. This time you have, albeit likely inadvertently, managed to take advantage of a glaring flaw in their master plan. But I've got to admit, I really am surprised why they haven't activated your kill switch yet.
Whatever the circumstances are, it's clear that both MJ12 and Exva are planning to abuse nanotechnological advances with sinister goals. Fighting them is a chance I must take to prove the worth of my existence to myself.
On behalf of the Illuminati, I'm pleased to hear that you've realized the potential you have in bringing down MJ12 and Exva. We'll certainly make tremendous progress once we meet.
Watch yourself. A heavily armed guy just entered the estate.
Godspeed, Agent.
Ready to go?
Let's go.
Up on. And, for what it's worth, Agent, I wish things had been different.
I appreciate that.